Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this one is about Mesa Boogie's 50-watt Triple Crown tube head. You already heard a snippet of the song I wrote with this amp, and now let's listen it fully, and then let's go through the sounds I used on the song. And I'm also going to compare it, since it's Triple Crown, British royalty, British bite. I'm going to compare it to my Marshall JCM800 2203 from 1985, also known as Little Brother. Both amps have EL34 power tubes. Rock and roll. Alright, that was some kind of George Lynch inspired good old hard rock in the little bit 80s style. So I used the high channel. The settings, you can see pretty much everything in the noon except bass, treble and gain, like 1 o'clock. Sounds like this. No, the last pinch wasn't quite, you know, even I don't get the pinches always. Yeah, so as you can hear, kind of somewhere between Plexi and 800, at least how I've dialed it now. Well, without further ado, let's go through the channels. So it's, you know, 12 AX7s preamp tubes, ER34 power tubes 2, because this is a 50-watt version. There is a reverb on and off switch, solo output, I had them all. There's nothing in the back connected, no loops, nothing. They are there, but you know, I just wanted to check out how this sounds. And in my studio, I don't have anything in the loops or whatever. I do the, you know, effects afterwards. So actually, while talking about effects, let me show you how the lead guitar sounds like solo, because I had a PCM70 circular delays, Lexicons, you know, multi-effect unit there, and I also had a Eventide H3000. Let me engage those. Like that. Alright, let's tweak this a little bit. So yeah, there's tight control and normal control. I had the tight on. I feel it's almost kind of like adding an overdrive in front without adding any overdrive, just tightening the front end. Now it's a bit floppy, and if I add SD1, works great, and I can do it here. Not as, it's fairly transparent. SD1 adds its flavor. If I would have this, I would probably have put it to normal and then use SD1, because I just like it. But for this demo, I wanted to show you how, you know, it sounds without anything in front. It works great. And you know, the mids, you can make it a little bit kind of more boogie-like. Or really like a cranked Plexi when you crank the mids. I feel like around noon is kind of like, you know, that Marshall British bite. While we're on this channel, let's compare it to the JCM800. With 800, I'm having the SD1 in front, adding a bit of gain, because as you probably know, 800s don't have that much gain, you know, so having an overdrive in front to tighten them and adding a bit more overdriving the preamp tubes, you get this sound. As you hear, probably it's 100 watt, it's just wider, you know, so difference between any 50 watt or 100 watt amp isn't just the volume. I mean, the volume is like 3 dB, it's not much, it's just the, you know, bigger transformers, more tubes. 100 watt is just, well, it's a bit louder, but it's a bit bigger sounding. So let me switch back and forth. Now we have the 800. Okay, and as you can hear, this has a lot more mids, so this is now more like a Plexi. So let's scoop the mids a bit, add some bottom and treble. 800. Maybe some presence. So you can get it into an 800 ballpark with this channel, just scooping the mids a little bit out and adding some low end treble and presence. I mean, adding for the settings I just had, but I felt like I really like this because the song was kind of, you know, George Lynchy 80s. I kind of heard in my head a kind of muddy plexi sound, so you know, I have quite a few amps, and there's a reason when I'm producing stuff, recording, mixing, I always have a sound in my head, how I'm hearing the whole song. Then based on what I hear in my head, I choose the amplifier. Whether it's a Plexi 800, rectifier, 5150, ADA. So I know what I can get out of each amp. And this I feel I can get really nice muddied high gain Plexi sounds. The Triple Crown. Great. Okay, let's change the channel to low channel, which I haven't actually tried this yet. I borrowed this amp from Music, so thanks for letting me borrow this. I need to return this in a few days. Let's put everything noon. The tides control is normal, and let's see what we got. Really nice bluesy sound with a neck pickup. Yeah, the signal chain. I forgot. This is a Warmouth guitar I have put together myself from Warmouth Woods, original Floyd Rose, EMG 81 and S, and Titanium 12, like a kind of phantom power thing. So you can add like more lows, more highs, more output to your guitar with the Titanium 12. It's great. Alright, cool. And yeah, then from the guitar to the pedal board, where I just used the ST1 with the 800, and then the cabinet I'm using is my oversized Mesa Boogie from '94 with V30s, and I'm miking it with Shure SM57 and Royer 121. The Royer is just blended in like -9 dB to add a little bit of how the cab sounds kind of when you're in front of it, just add some fullness to the 57, because as you know, 57 alone can be a little bit pokey, but the Royer just adds this fullness and evens the sound out nicely, in my opinion. Okay, so this channel is like this. Let's see how much gain we can get out from this. Now let's add super overdrive. Nice, works really well with SD1. Well, this is I think more closer to what the JCM800 is without SD. Let's actually try JCM800 now without a super overdrive. And then let's try the Boogie. Yeah, so this is gain-wise, and I think even sound-wise, a little bit closer to the JCM800. Alright, cool. Clean channel. Let's use the neck pickup. This is a little bit, because, you know, it's angled. I couldn't fit it, you know, this was the only way to fit it in there. Oh, nice, glassy, crispy. There's a drive. Okay, so that's like it overdrives the tube a bit more. So you get this edge of breakup tone. Let's put it back to normal. Let's add chorus. Yeah, really nice clean sound. Let's take the chorus off. Edge of breakup. Cool. Conclusion. I think this is probably Mesa Boogie's most British amp, most Marshall-like amp, what I've tried. The high channel is like a mudded plexi JCM800 with a nice plexi mid bark, and then when you scoop it you get the more scoop sound of a JCM800. The low channel was actually really close gain-wise and otherwise too than my 800 from the 80s, which is a tiny bit harder than many others. The bad boy is even harder, but it's not here at the moment. You will soon find out why. Yeah, the clean channel, really nice crystal clear cleans, which you can get from Plexi and 800 too, but you need to tweak the amp quite a bit differently. But here you have it 3 channels, so you have your high gain, low gain and cleans. Simple layout, simple controls. I actually really like this amplifier. So if I wouldn't have, you know, mudded Plexi or my 800s or Boogies, well, this could actually be an amp I could seriously consider getting, because there's a lot of different tones available. Obviously the sound, you know, comes here, how you play, what you play, and the amplifier amplifies it, but Yeah, it does a great job at least amplifying my sound, in my opinion. Thanks for watching, and if you found this interesting and informative and you like this, please hit the, thumbs up, subscribe button, you know the drill. Thanks again to Musics for letting me borrow this. Link to music site in the description below, where you can buy this very amp, if you will, and also to Mesa Boogie's website for more information. Until next time, take care, bye.